How much do we really know about the folks who state lawmakers are about to put in charge of Tennessee's bank accounts? Good evening, everyone. I'm Kristen Presaw.
And I'm Rory Johnston. This is a question that House Speaker Jimmy Nafee asked today following an exclusive News Channel 5 investigation. Justin Wilson is the leading candidate to become state comptroller. He was deputy governor under Don Sundquist. Well, this week, when asked about what he knew about the rigging of state contracts during the Sundquist administration, he refused to answer. Well, today, Nafee called for Wilson to come clean about what he knows. And tonight, there are even more questions. Now, our News Channel 5 investigation has uncovered details of an unusual financial scheme involving two of the men who may soon have their hands on your money. The $7 billion plan involved, get this, taking life insurance out on some state retirees without their knowledge and cashing in when they died. Our chief investigative reporter, Phil Williams, uncovered the documents that reveal this plan. Phil.
This plan was hatched 5 years ago before the big financial collapse. But the documents reveal an investment deal that state officials believed could have led to the collapse of an insurance company.
Is going to be our biggest priority.
When Republicans take control of Tennessee's legislature next week, they'll also name the people who will control your money. All totaled, $33 billion in state bank accounts and pension funds.
What we have to do is we have to become creative while still managing risk.
During interviews with GOP lawmakers, this man, investment banker and big Republican donor Ira Brody, touted his experience to be the state's treasurer.
This should have come out at the hearing.
But tax watchdog Ben Cunningham was stunned by these documents, which detail an investment concept by one account approaching $7 billion that was pushed by a company in which Brody is now a partner. To sell it, the company hired Justin Wilson as its lobbyist. Wilson is the top contender for a comptroller, in essence the state's budget cop looking over the treasurer's shoulder.
It is absolutely essential that we have total confidence in whoever takes these positions. And for them to have proposed a scheme like this is just, I don't know, it's outrageous.
Unless the General Assembly decides to expand.
Wilson, acting on behalf of Brody's company, wanted the state's retirement plan to do this: buy life insurance on certain older retirees as much as $500,000 each. Then when they died, the state would take the money. His presentation notes that it would be necessary to do it without first obtaining the consent of each insured person, a concept state employees find appalling.
It's benefiting from death. First of all, without the knowledge or the consent of the person, I just think that it's just horribly wrong.
It was a complicated financial transaction that would require the state to issue up to $7 billion in bonds, then use that money to buy a type of life insurance called an annuity that makes periodic payouts, then take those payouts to pay for term life policies from another insurance company. When the retirees died, the money would go back into the pension fund.
It's a creepy, complex scheme that the state shouldn't be getting anywhere close to.
To the best of my ability.
Then State Treasurer Steve Adams and the financial experts in his office did not like what they saw. This is a proposal that is extremely complex and could be received negatively by our retirees and the public, an analysis reads. Why would a company knowingly issue annuities or life insurance that will most likely result in a loss? They concluded that the state could be a party to causing an insurance company to default or enter receivership at some point in the future. A grim warning now in light of the near collapse of insurance giant AIG.
The very fact that people seriously wanted to get money and said, yes, I'm proposing this, I'm the one that's pushing this, that's scary.
Now, when I reached Ira Brody by phone late today, he told me he wasn't actually working at the company at the time the proposal was first made, but News Channel 5 Investigates obtained this document from Brody's company that was just recently given to one lawmaker touting a similar plan. Asked if he would consider it as treasurer, Brody told me he is, quote, not ruling out anything.
This is remarkable. If the scheme had gone through, would taxpayers have been on the hook for the $7 billion?
Well, they were proposing to use what they call a risk-free type of bond in which investors knew taxpayers would not back it up if the scheme failed, but it would have made Tennessee look terrible, according to Treasury officials, even if taxpayers did not have to foot the bill.
All right, Phil, thanks for that. Now, Justin Wilson, by the way, we should point this out, earlier this week said he was not interested in being interviewed. Phil has all the evidence on our website for you. Check it out at newschannel5.com.